shouldn't
Thank
be
you for your
commenting.
time.
Anyone who is a member of the Labour Party, MP, councillor, please listen up, because we have a plea for you today. It is a plea, which is the UK, irrespective of whether you are left or right, is heading towards a catastrophe. And it is a catastrophe because since 1967, we have intentionally destroyed 10 million unborn babies in the womb. Currently in the UK, we are replicating at a rate of 1.46. That is 1.46 children per family. In order to replace our own population, we need to have at least 2.1 children per family. Irrespective of your faith position, we are heading for a human catastrophe. There are people here today who are very animated about farming. They're very animated about Labour's attack on farms. There are people who are very animated about ID cards and the incredibly high probability that ID cards would allow data to fall into the wrong hands, which in turn will cause all kinds of downstream issues. We've got people who are campaigning against Gaza. These signs saying 20,000 dead kids for Gaza, for campaigning for Gaza or against what they perceive to be a genocide in Gaza. Even on these very bollards, we've got mannequins of dead babies in what looks like pillowcases, because people care on the left about the killing of innocent children. But if you care about the killing of innocent children, the first policy decision you need to be making is the abolition of UK abortion law. If I cannot persuade you of that, then certainly the reforming of UK abortion law. Because how can we tell other nations not to bomb buildings that may or may not have kids inside, though I do believe Hamas are not protecting those children in many different ways. I haven't got it wrong about Hamas. But anyway, the point being is we have to deal with the children in our own nation. Since abortion was legalized in 1967, a multi-million pound abortion industry has risen up to take the lives of these babies. And they are being poisoned, decapitated, dismembered, and disemboweled on a rate nobody wants to engage with. I've been asking MPs, why on earth did they vote for the decriminalization of abortion on the 17th of June this year? Why on earth, when we've got 250,000 abortions already in our nation, why on earth would we legalize it up to birth for women, allowing women to have abortions right up until the due date without a threat of criminal prosecution or even police investigation? Why on earth would we do that? If you are pro-woman, then you shouldn't want to do that either, because guess what? Women are the second victim of the abortion industry. They always have been. The sexual revolution only set free one half of the sexes. It set free men in order to do what they want without consequence, and they stuck their ladies on the pill, and they drove them and they dropped them off to the abortion clinics, and their wound is crying out. I have had the privilege of interviewing dozens and dozens and dozens of post-abortive women in the last 7 years. My bugbear, I have no criticism against them. They are the product of an industry and a sexist industry that is filling them up, sucking them out, and then repeating that process. And they bear the emotional and physical wounds. If you are pro-women, then you should not be pro-abortion. If you are pro the future of the United Kingdom, then you cannot be pro-abortion, because you cannot simultaneously end the lives of 250,000, 250,000 children a year, and say that you are pro this nation. Guys, we've got a big issue. My dad is a Labour Lord. He's Lord Hacking. He's the last Labour aristocrat Lord. I haven't managed to persuade him on this issue. But if you care about this nation, if you care about the working people, then you should be against abortion. Because guess what? Your ability to work is actually affected by abortion. Right? We talk about ID cards. ID cards do not pass through the minds of most women most days. A previous abortion decision does. And that is why we have to address it, irrespective of whether we are on the left or the right. But Labour, I am giving you an opportunity today, which is, there is currently sitting in the petitions office, there is a petition, and the petition is for a bill that will protect every baby in the womb from the moment of a detectable heartbeat in non-extreme cases. Labour, if you care about this country, if you care about babies, if you care about women, then sign this petition. This petition will mean that at the moment of a detectable heartbeat, that baby will be protected in non-extreme cases. It will allow for abortion in the case of rape. It will allow in abortion in order to save the mother's life. It will allow abortion when there's a fatal fetal abnormality. But it will ban abortions for no good reason. Abortion is harming society. It is killing babies. It is harming women. And anybody who cares about the morality of this nation should stop the conversation starting with ID cards. Stop the conversation starting with Gaza. Stop the conversation starting with economics or whatever other social policy. The conversation needs to start with the fundamental question of, when does a person begin? And what laws should we have in place in order to protect them? Labour, my heart is not against you. My heart is for you. But if our nation is to have any future, we must stop the shedding of innocent blood. Not only does it make no political sense, not only does it make no social sense, but from a moral perspective, the worst crime of all is that we are angering the Lord God Almighty. And if the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, then to fear God means this is the first law that needs to be reformed. This is policy point number 1 in any party's manifesto who wants the future of this great nation. God bless you. Thank you for listening. You can find the Heartbeat Bill at www.heartbeatbill.co.uk. Please sign it. We want people from the left, the right, the middle, the up, the down to get behind this. And I hope, if you're watching this video, whoever you are, wherever you are, I've managed to persuade you at least an inch in that direction. Thank you.